Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another fun-filled, action-packed happy hour evening on a Friday. It's 7 o'clock here in the United States, so you know what that means. We're done with work for the weekend, and we're going to rock it out. So here's to everybody that is happy hour, and there's John right there. Crack it open. Everyone crack them open if you got them. Here's to Friday. We've earned this.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a delicious hard seltzer that is put together by the Coca-Cola Company, which I'm not even licensed to say that, but hey, what the hell? I'm drinking the White Claw, something that is reminiscent of a beverage, alcoholic beverage of my youth, which was Zima. It just has more flavors.
Oh, geez, Zima.
Invisible beer, Zima. You know, little side note. When I was about 25 years old, a girl I was dating, her sister worked at the Zima plant in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, and so I got to tour the Zima plant. Never been so appalled in my life. But here's to y'all on a Friday.
Cheers.
That tastes delicious. Who's here in the chat? Let's see. We got Anders saying hello, my friends, and the very lovely Valentina saying hello, my Anders. Lucky Anders there. Director John saying the gang is all here. Evening all Mott says John Garside. Evening all Bremner's Ghost. And Bremner's Ghost is having a little tough time because he says it's a shit start to the weekend. Trinity lost in the Challenge Cup quarterfinals. To the same lay wankers that we beat last weekend. He must be talking about Millwall if he's talking about who leads play. Director John back again was saying the gang is all here. The gang is almost all here. But tonight we are missing our very own Lolo, who is out on a hot date, or at least so he says. But I personally... I think Lolo flew to England to audition for a what are we looking at? I think he's auditioning for the big match. What is the big match, you ask? And in the immortal words of Mr. Tom, it's funny you should ask because I'm gonna tell you. The big match is a reality show, reality romance show that the Arsenal Football Club is going to try and put forth. This is their statement from their actual website. Got to clear my throat for this one because this is hysterical. This is going to go down to what I'm going to say is just because you can doesn't mean you should. This is the official statement on the big match from Arsenal. And I'm going to turn my head so I can read what I've got down here. Match days at Emirates Stadium is a time to connect with the beautiful game and each other. I can't even say this with a straight face. It is for this reason that we are launching a new dating show that celebrates how a shared love of football can prove to be a catalyst for something even deeper: romance. We are calling on all our single supporters in the UK to apply to be a part of the production. And this is the best part, which will involve attending a blind date with a fellow Gooner centered around an Arsenal game. I'm absolutely speechless. I watch football so that I can have a little me time, a little time with the boys, a little time away from the missus. And I don't want that to sound sexist or misogynist because I love the missus and I love my female friends. But football is meant for beer and really crappy food and really gross jokes and all the things. This is like cringe-worthy. This is absolutely awful. But like a terrible auto accident. I am not gonna look away. I'm gonna tune in absolutely every single time we can, or I can. But I kind of wish that maybe this was something that was not just like Arsenal centric. That maybe this was just like football centric, to where you would have this blind dating, a reality show where instead of just being Arsenal, it would be like a football team, and the blind date would be against someone who rooted for your rival. So you would be like, so it'd be like a blind date between Arsenal and a Tottenham fan.
Like a blind date derby?
A blind date derby. Exactly. A West Brom and a Wolverhampton, a Manchester derby blind date. And you could just Real Madrid and Arsenal. You could just take it in so many different directions, but instead they just kind of left it there. If it were like rivalry wide, all leagues included, what would you call it? Darbylicious, or would you call it? Oh, here's a good one: Love Before Club. Oh God, that's as terrible as the show itself. Hey, for all you in the UK, all you Gunner fans who are interested in partaking in the show, you have another week. Deadline for applications is April 11th. Football is back. We had a little time off, which was kind of frightening for me because I don't watch international football. Just the hours don't really work for me. But last Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we saw Premier League come back. Arsenal took care of Fulham. Wolves took care of West Ham. How you feel, Lawrence? I felt like, I'm not even going into it, but I'm sure Lawrence will be on, and we can take a few minutes to talk. I don't know what was more exciting, the Wolves finally winning 2 matches in a row. That actually kind of hurts to say. We finally won 2 matches in a row. Oh God, I wonder how long. Anybody in the comments, if you could look that up for me and tell me when the last time Wolves won 2 matches in a row. There plenty of cup games or plenty of country cup games going on. There's like an Italian Cup or the Coppa d'Italia. Congratulations on what I'm gonna butcher it. Galatasaray. I don't know, and Okan Baruch, I think is the coach's name, for advancing to the semifinals of the Turkish Cup. And also congratulations to Jose Mourinho for moving on to the next round of I Got Your Nose. Did you guys see that? Did you see any of the footage of Jose Mourinho just like having a meltdown and sneaking up to him and just reaching around and grabbing his nose? And he had the audacity to say to the media that, he crumbled to the ground like he'd been shot. You literally snuck up behind the man and grabbed his face. Which was a fitting end to a match that in stoppage time and after game had something like 5 red cards and 3 yellows. So of course, Jose Mourinho is going to do something like that because he just cannot help himself. He cannot be outdone. He always has the spotlight on him. And more importantly, I think he wants to be fired from what is it, Fenerbahce? Because whenever he just doesn't want to be there anymore, he's like the employee in the factory. Your coworker that walks up to you and goes, "I'm gonna get fired today. Watch this." And I firmly expect him not to be whatever made-up role he is has. Probably, I think he's known as technical director, but I thought he was manager. I don't know the difference. Here's something that may just completely and only interest me. They are remaking The Naked Gun, and for not The Naked Gun, Police Story. You know, the old Leslie Nielsen, Frank Drebin film series or film franchise. The very funny.
Was it Police Squad?
Police Squad, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've seen it. You see it once, and it's all you ever need to see it, and it's just that good. Leslie Nielsen was a very, very funny man who had incredible comic timing, and from what I've read about him, because I do love the man, is that he was quite the practical joker. He loved to walk around with a little box that whenever he pushed the button, you'd hear a fart sound. And so he would just walk around and just, but the thing with me is that it's with Liam Neeson, which I can only imagine that they chose Liam, an action star, best known for his role on Taken. I will find you and I will kill you. I can only imagine the reason why he was chosen was just because his name was so close to Leslie Nielsen. I wish him all the best of luck, and I will be probably one of the first to watch it once it comes up on a streaming service. What else do I know? Not much, but I do scour as much of the news as I absolutely possibly can. And with this, I will be a bit brief. Is that the Premier League has decided that the semi-automated offsides technology works, and this is something that they're very excited about, and they say that it's going to cut offsides decisions down by at least 30 seconds, a whole 30 seconds taken away from stoppage time. That doesn't seem fair. But I think they need to use the example when they tried it out in the Bournemouth Wolves FA Cup game, when an offsides took 8.5 minutes to come to a decision using this technology. Which infuriated fans and players alike. Cunha was absolutely so infuriated by it, is that he took it out on Milos Kirksey or whatever the hell his name is, that caused a 4-game suspension on Cunha. But we all know that Cunha caused it himself. It will debut, this new technology, as far as it being official, will debut at the Etihad, I believe. Man City at home against Crystal Palace. So that technology will be used to screw over Crystal Palace in some way or form in the final game of the season. I see we have Ryan joining us. He's saying good evening, Mark. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Led Zepp 331. He says evening. And Brendan Ghost is reminding me that Lay is pronounced Lee. And I just say to Brendan, when was it that I had anything right on this show? In the wings, we have our one and only Mr. Tom. And I would like to hear his opinion on this Darlow for Melier switch. I've stood by Mr. Melier. Don't think he's all that bad. But then today, in preparation for the show, I looked at his stats, and outside of clean sheets, that boy done fuck all this season. Tom, how you doing?
How you doing, Mark? Hello, everyone. How you all doing?
We are doing well. Welcome.
Okay, so as the host, what is the actual question, sir?
The question is your thoughts on Darlow from Melier, because I myself, I don't look. I don't think playoffs. I think automatic promotion is in the cards for Leeds. I really believe that.
Okay.
Melier's got you this far. Why not stick with him?
I believe that the way it's going, this is a decision that almost certainly should have been made 4 months ago. And people are going to sit there and go, well, Tom, you've sat on your lead show every week and defended the goalkeeper. I've defended him in the sense of, I know he's going to be the goalkeeper. So, personally, I do not want to sit there and feel like, I don't want the goalkeeper to feel like, basically, he's going to play. And that until the other day, that's the case. He was going to play regardless. So I don't believe it's actually better for him and the team to actually sit there basically knowing that everyone hates him, as silly as this really sounds. And I know it sounds really silly, because in hindsight, basically, I defended Jesse Marsh. While he was an employee of Leeds United, I defended Jesse Marsh. Because I support Leeds United. I don't support my agenda. I don't support my beliefs above the club. I want to be wrong. I don't think Brendan Aaronson's a great footballer. But at the same time, while he plays for my club, I want to be wrong. Because I want Brendan Aaronson to prove me fucking wrong. I don't think he has. And basically, he scored after 30 seconds and then he might as well have went home, in my opinion. He might as well have gone home after the 35th second.
Was that, who was that against? Because I felt like, I'm trying to look
against
that up.
Swansea. Brendan Aronson scored in the first minute of the game. He scored, and then he did nothing else.
Yeah, because I think I remember the last time David was on the show, and we were talking about Aronson, or maybe he was in town, and we went to a pub and watched some football and talked some things, and I talked about Aronson and how maybe he would lose his starting spot to Nyonto with him coming back from injury. And he was like, I don't think so. I was like, we'll see. And then he turned around, and the next game, Aronson was like, to me, he wasn't quite man of the match, but he was quite impressive.
He played really well against Millwall. But he hadn't played well for like the 8 games previous, and he hasn't played well since. So, you know, again, I want to be proved wrong. The problem is I don't think I am being proved wrong by Brendan Aronson. And I know we're meant to be talking about the goalkeeper, and I've actually gone, you know what, I'm going to attack Brendan Aronson because, you know, we've got one of them down, so now we go for the other one, and then we make a perfect Leeds United within an ideal world. But no, still, in all seriousness, despite what everyone thinks, I'll defend the goal. I'll defend everyone at Leeds United. I'll defend everyone because I love my football club. I love my football club more than I love being right. Because I'd rather be happy than right. So basically, if Brendan Aronson is holding the trophy in May, if he's literally holding the trophy in May, I want to sit there and I basically want to have everyone laughing at me. Tom, you got it wrong because Brendan Aronson was amazing. That would fucking make me thrilled. I'd be fucking ecstatic, actually, to sit here and be told that I was wrong about certain footballers. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be told that I'm wrong about certain footballers. Because the way it's trending, let's just say. But still, the fact of the matter is, if we win every single game from now on, it doesn't actually fucking matter what happens in terms of Burnley and Sheffield United. Actually, we can win every game and not necessarily actually win the title. But that's because we fucked it up. No matter what you say, the fact of the matter is we were 5 points clear a month ago, and now we're not.
Yeah, but I mean, don't you have like a little bit? Isn't there like a little bit of confidence when you look at this schedule? I mean, everyone that you're playing is in the bottom half of the table, with the exception
No. I'm gonna stop. Sorry, I'm gonna stop you right there. Quite simply, Mark, because this is a film I've watched before. Because this time last year, we were sitting here and everyone was going, "Oh, in our last 7 games, all the teams we play are in the bottom half." But then all the teams we play fucking hate us. So they turn up like prime fucking Barcelona.
Right. Well, as
Coventry are not turning up tomorrow against Burnley like they fucking hate Burnley. Coventry are just turning up like it's another game. Whereas I can tell you fucking right now, Luton know Leeds United are rolling into town. And it doesn't matter that they've been fucking bottom for much of the season. They're not going to fucking play like it. But, not talking about conspiracy theory, because at the end of the day, teams should work hard against Leeds United, because teams have to work hard against Leeds United or you'll get fucked up. As Cardiff found out, for example.
Right. Well, I mean, I just like I do know I do know 2 things. One is that you, Mr. Tom, do not like when anybody says, "Oh, you've got it in the bag, man. You got it in the bag." Because I think the last Leeds match kind of shows us that no, not everything is in the bag.
We don't have it in the bag until we're holding the fucking trophy. Pardon my language.
Right. And then I think we've also have said is that that Leeds is one of those teams that no matter who they're playing, their opposition will play it like it's a cup final. You get up for Leeds. You want to beat Leeds. You want to beat that crowd. That, you know, whether or not it's home or like the thousands of people that will travel, you know, the Pittsburgh Steelers of English soccer, where it's like your fans just will go and go and go, and the fans are everywhere, and you know can fill a section in a stadium. Do you think? Let me circle back around to the goalkeeper. Has Meslier, if it is indeed they switch, they go to Darlow, it's not exactly a position that sees a lot of substitutions. Has Meslier played his last match or played his last game as a keeper for the Peacocks?
It's hard to say because it's very easy to sit here and go, yeah, he definitely has. But at the same time, there is a reason that Carl Darlow is number 2. There must be something there, and I'm not putting down Carl Darlow, but I'm looking at it from the other perspective of, well, if he's so far obviously the man to replace Meslier, why does it take until April the 5th because it's gone midnight? Why does it take until April 5th for Carl Darlow be a first team starter? 2 years into the contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when they picked him up, and I was like, This is kind of weird. You're picking up a guy who is his big claim to fame was getting Newcastle promoted, and then immediately losing his job. You know, I don't think the following season. I don't think he started for Newcastle. I think they went with was it Nick Pope at that time? I'm not sure. There may have been somebody in between, but I'm not really sure.
What thing you're referring to, and totally understandable, is basically I believe Carl Darlow was signed by Leeds United to actually be the starting goalkeeper, under the assumption that Ilya Meslier was going to leave the club. But conversely, and again I've said it a few times over last year, but rightly or wrongly, I could be totally wrong, but I think this will end up being true. There tends to not be a market for a goalkeeper that conceded like 100 goals in 2 years in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And when you look at the stats, you're going to find out, Mark, that he concedes a lot of goals on the first shot at him. For me personally, when Ilya Meslier has a shot at him and he saves it, I kind of relax, because I'm like, okay, he's actually saved the first shot. When the first shot is scored past him, which has happened far fucking too many times. Even in the Premier League, it happened about 13 times, which was a big part of why we went down, regardless of what people think. That was a big factor in it. because the defence automatically loses faith. Part of the reason that we've had so many clean sheets is because the goalkeeper, the defender, have protected his goal like it's ice hockey and we've pulled the goalie. I'm not an ice hockey expert, so that might be a wrong terminology or something. But at the same point, just basically, they defend the goal like you can't let a shot happen because it might go in.
Yeah. Like I said, I was prepared tonight to defend Meslier. There's something about him I really like. I don't know why, but this season. Because you're in the championship, I always get those confused. Still, I don't get to watch as much. I in my head imprinted is that he's a bit of quality because I've seen the spectacular from him. But then when I looked at the stats, I was like, he's like a middling.
It's not even middling. He's got relegation team form as the goalkeeper.
He's not what Leeds needs as far as promotion. And I'm gonna sit here and put it out there. I do believe Leeds will be promoted. I don't think that they go to the playoffs and have a repeat of next year. And I think certainly one of the many things that Leeds is going to have to address is their goalkeeper, because Meslier is not a Premier League goalkeeper.
I'm more disappointed in it all because I want it to work. I don't want any of my players to fail. I want to make signings that actually work. Like, because I'm not making them, admittedly. Like, I'm not scouting anyone. My scouting from Football Manager, let's just say, and it's on a kind of a bit of a higher level than a 19-year-old from France, let's just say, but at the time. But I just think it's just sad that it came to this, and it could end up being a situation where you're going to sit there and go, I wish we'd made this change in January. Because I could sit there and defend the man because I knew he was still going to play. So that's why I'll defend the man. Like, in 2 years' time, I'm almost certain I'll be talking about him like he's one of the worst goalkeepers I've ever seen. Like, so this is not a case of like, oh, Tom, you're a hypocrite. It's like, no, I fucking see the future in this thing. I know I'm going to talk about him like I talk about Jesse Marsh. Because I think Jesse Marsh is also a fucking fraud.
Yeah.
It just happens to have really good players for Canada in a confederation where basically his individual talent are kind of better than a lot of other teams' individual talent. I don't think that's unfair to say.
Right.
But we'll see how that turns out at the CONCACAF.
Do you have Meslier locked up for any period of time? Is this something that you guys, could look at Meslier and say, hey, we can get
what in prison, 20... or do you mean the contract?
Contract, and whether or not you think that he'll be sold for any sort of outside of Minnesota Ice House and stripper mall.
No.
I have no idea.
I'd pay Jimmy to take him and put him in like the Uncle Sunday team right now, because why not? Like, what are you realistically going to get for him based on this season? Oh, 1 year left. Thank you, John. Admittedly, I didn't know.
1 year left. Okay, well. Sell them before you give them away for free. Sell them for that Minnesota Ice House.
You'll be giving him away for free with 1 year left because no one's going to give you any money for him. You've seen, you've literally just said what his statistics are. His record.
No. Fair enough. But I do think that the one thing that I will say that Meslier has going for him outside of his physical size, because he's like ginormous, he could use to put on some weight. I think, but he's only 25 years old, just turned. He's still young, and as far as like the position of goalkeeper, that is like that's very, very young when you look at Darlow's like what, 32.
I've long believed, and Jimmy said a very similar thing. I think it was a couple of minutes ago, fair to him, but I believe, like you said, he's a young goalkeeper. So even if like he basically sees out the remaining year, which he's legally entitled to do, of course, he won't even be in his prime when he leaves the club.
Right.
Like on a free transfer, he wouldn't even be touching his prime because that's usually like 27, 28, 29. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he will almost certainly go somewhere else and then do really well. Because the best thing he could have is a fresh start. Because there's just something about it, the whole situation. It's like the stench of it. It's like his confidence. We've destroyed his confidence because he's played in a Leeds United team where the defence have no faith in him. Partly because they have no faith in him because of his own fault, but they also have no faith in him because of their fault. Because they also didn't really do a great job of defending him 2 years ago in the Premier League, in my opinion. Right. We were getting situations where Linnaeanum was losing the ball on the halfway line and then walking back because he'd already given up trying to retrieve it. Yeah. And a lot of people are going to say, I'm not telling the truth. But the fact of the matter is that happened in Bournemouth in the 4-1 game where Graffia got sacked. And it was disgusting. It was disgusting. Right. And I know we all love Linnaeanum, so it's sacrilege to say it, but that happened. That literally happened.
As a Wolves fan, I have a terrible love-hate relationship with Bill. I love him. And there's Gary. How you doing, brother?
Hello.
I love Ailing, but I absolutely hated the terrible acrobatics that he would pull whenever he would score a goal against Wolverhampton. I want to get to some of the comments really quick. Graham Wood Robinson saying he's getting nervous. John Garside says we don't beat Luton, it's the playoffs. Bremner's goes 6-pointer for sure. Ryan Mate says John, playoffs for sure. Big up John Mate, leads way. And we got Bremner's go saying next time I want to see Méliès, it's the remake of the Frogs chorus with him playing the guitar alongside Paul McCartney. I don't know what that means, but hey, whatever. Ryan G says he's costing. John says that Darlow should have been on after the Sutherland game, and Graham Wood put me in my place by saying Méliès hasn't gotten us this far. If it wasn't for Méliès, we'd be 10 points clear. I'm not sure about that, but Gunner, BxGunner, I don't support Arteta, to which I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond why. Because I would support Arteta if he was manager of the Wolves. He's done nothing but good things. The list goes on and on. Bremner's goes asked me to please play the frog chorus during the halftime bio break. I don't even know if I can. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be that Academy Award winning trailer, Murder Ball. Murder Gun, not Murder Ball. That's a whole different sport altogether. Gary, how are you doing?
Murder Ball.
Murder Ball. Sorry. There is a film called Murder Ball. It's a documentary about wheelchair-bound basketball players or rugby players or something like that. I'm not really sure. Gary, how you doing? Are you going to submit your application to the big match when that comes out?
The big match. What are you talking about?
Were you not watching my intro? The big match is this new dating game or dating television show, reality show that Arsenal is going to put out, where they will reach out and put prospective life partners on a blind date surrounding an Arsenal game.
Well, for the free ticket, yes, but I think my wife, depending on what my wife says, I guess it'll tell me where we stand, whether she says yes or no to
exactly.
that. So if I'm going, then you know what's going on. But no, I don't think I'm interested in that. Graham Wood Robinson said hello specifically to me. Hello to you, sir. But yeah, no, I have no. I mean, I get it from a business standpoint. I don't get it from a football standpoint. You know what I mean? So
that's exactly what I said. Stan the man, good to see you. I feel it's been a while, but I haven't been on the show for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You can, Jimmy, but it won't show up.
How absolutely excited were you to not only see Saka back, but to see him score on that tremendous build-up
No, that was.
I couldn't even get excited about the Wolves winning when I saw that.
Oh, I don't know about that. That sounds like a little mental block that you got there. If any of your players did something really good, and my team, I don't know, did Wolves win? I don't even remember. Did Wolves win that day?
I think that's half of America probably wonders that.
Nah. Gary immediately coming for Wolves. That tells me that's behaviour that needs to be that needs to be taxed,
a simple question: did they actually win the game? Because he said he really enjoyed the Saka
and
goal.
if you follow Premier League football, you damn well know the Wolves won, and you damn well know because you're on our chat.
Oh, you
and
know
I was
what?
giving Lawrence a ton of shit. That guy right there.
Yes.
So yes, you do know, but I don't want to talk.
But you know, I don't maintain. I don't keep
quite yet. I need Lawrence on the show. I want to know how you felt with Saka's return, and that lovely little buildup of play, that little flick by Martinelli to get Saka back on the honest way. How'd you feel?
Well, before the game, I really was hoping they didn't play him unless he was really back. Because my main concern was, is he really back? Can he actually really go out there and give them what they need and not have any setbacks and not have any, is he okay to play? Right? Is he okay to play? And I don't feel he is, but all right, they've decided to go this route. Well, hopefully it plays out and we don't have to worry about a setback. Hopefully we don't have to worry about anything worse than that. But I was most concerned about him being available for next season and this season. This season, it definitely would be nice to have him back. I just feel like when you've got a case of now we've got 4 players that have worn the Arsenal shirt to start the season, have all had the same surgery, or will have the same surgery. One that was on loan that finally just came back. I mean, something's not right. Like they all had the exact same surgery. I get supposedly, people say it's overwork and all that stuff, but it just seems a little bit like suspect to me, like something else is going on. But no, I was happy to see him back. One thing that I didn't like about it is because it kind of pushes Nweri to the bench, and I think Nweri is next to Saka for me the next best attacker that we have. I'd rather see, but the way that Martinelli played in the game, that's what we've been looking for, that kind of work effort and that kind of production that he was giving. So if that's what he's going to keep doing for us, if he's going to be consistent, then yeah, we'll take it. But that's the problem. We just don't see it. Like, I don't feel like I get that enough from him every game to go, you know what? That's why you start. So we've seen it one time. Hopefully we see it again. We need to see it. At least 3 more times for me to go, all right, it's back. Like when he plays, he's going to play Everton. He's going to play, I guess, 4 times because he's going to play Real Madrid twice. I need to see that same effort in both those games for me to go, yeah, it's worth him being there.
So,
but Saka coming back, like I said, going back to that, no, happy to see him back. He looked like he was still kind of favoring his leg. And I would expect that. There's a lot of mental. There's a lot, like I had knee surgery, and mentally, no matter how strong they tell you your leg is, you know how it felt when it wasn't so strong. When you knew how it felt when it hurt the first time, and you knew how it felt when you went through the PT and the first time they asked you to stand on one leg and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, do you feel that? And again, for the sake of butchering his name, Nweri, yeah.
Do you feel that the way he's played has earned him a starting spot over a newly healthy Bukayo Saka?
No, I don't know, but I think he needs to. I think there's a spot for him on the team. That's all. So whether it's
do you slide him over into Martinelli's spot?
There's multiple places he can play, but I mean, I think he's more of a midfield. He's come in as a midfield player. Same thing with Skelly. Skelly's come in as a midfield player. One's defensive, one's offensive, but they've decided that they needed support elsewhere, and they're football players and they fit in. So they've done what they, I think when you have good football players, they can just slot in really easy And Arsenal, with their injuries, have given them opportunities, so they've taken it and ran with it.
You have definitely suffered your slew of injuries, so much so that like I'm no longer gonna carry the talking point of, well, now you know how us Wolves fans feel because we've gone through it all and we've gone through this, that, and the other thing, and the league hates us and the refs hate us. But after your latest injury, I begin to think that you are a bit star cursed, because you've been looking good in the Champions League, and you lose Gabby as you're heading into playing Real Madrid, and now you get to face the almost frightening prospect of Kiwior guarding Mbappe. That frightens the fuck out of me, and I'm not an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I mean, I hope they decide, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to put him in that situation. Let's save the player from himself or protect him. One of the two. Whatever they're going to do, they need to protect him. Hopefully they protect him, but we shall see. Yeah, bad timing for that. I mean, yeah, somebody was asking if it's the same kind of injury as what Saka and what Kai Havertz and what Nelson had. Separation from the bone kind of thing, and they have to, I guess, they reattach it and all that kind of stuff. So
right,
yeah, it's gonna be that whatever that doctor is, he's got a lot of practice now with Arsenal players in regards to doing that surgery, so he should be up on that.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, like, just what causes these injuries to happen to certain teams and certain players. I was reading an article in the New York Times today about how the prevalence of blood clots for NBA players, and it seems that we currently have this prevalence of hamstring injuries for Arsenal. It's like, I personally think that it's because they're being driven into the ground. They don't get rest. They are playing match after match after match, and it's not going to change for Arsenal in the coming weeks, where I think they have like 5 games in 4 weeks or something like that. I'm not really sure what the schedule is, but you have the 2 matches with Real, and then I think you also you're going to end up with a match that will be postponed because of the championship or the Champions League. Anyway, I wish Lawrence was here. He said he was going to come on around 7:30. He's like 15 minutes late, because I would love to rub his nose with the Wolves win against them. And I want to see like his thoughts on whether or not he thinks that West Ham will be relegated.
Oh, relegated?
Because their schedule isn't that easy.
They got a West Ham. Oh, okay. That's a lot of points for people to catch up. I mean, anybody think Ipswich will catch up 14 points?
Ipswich beating?
They got to be. They got to make up. They got to get pretty much 5 wins, and then West Ham.
I understand that. I just wanted to hear Lawrence tell me that I was absolutely crazy.
Oh,
that I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, who they beat? Who they beat?
Yeah, I know they beat Bournemouth, but I can tell you why they beat Bournemouth, because Bournemouth don't respect them and didn't take it remotely seriously. Because Bournemouth are firmly feet planted on the beach, as they hypothetically say in football world.
Mr. Tom, I'm going to agree with you there, and I think that they lost to Crystal Palace in the FA Cup, or was that Fulham?
Bournemouth lost to Manchester City.
Right, and I think that took a lot of starch out of them. Because that was, I think, maybe something that they were hinging, a lot of belief on. It's like, hey, we've made it this far. Maybe we can.
If you watch that game, which I did watch that game, the first half, it was a tale of 2 halves. The difference was City scored 2 goals in the second half, and Bournemouth didn't score that second goal in the first half. They had the opportunities, they had the momentum, they had they were running hot essentially in that first half, but they weren't able to get that second goal and came back to, they always tell you it comes back to haunt you. Came back to haunt them, and that's how that. And in the second half, they basically somebody was saying, I was watching that. We stayed on to watch that after the Arsenal watch along, and somebody said, "Look, they look tired." And guess I didn't think it at the time, but you look at it and you're like, "Yeah, these guys look tired." So, yeah, right. I think that they ran out of steam, but also, if you don't take advantage of what City gives you, you will pay for it. They didn't.
Yeah. And the same thing as far as it came against with Leeds against Swansea. Nunto scores what two? You heard me. Nunto scores within like
don't
two,
remember that
like
match
with two.
happening.
You don't remember that match?
You're comparing what happened in the Bournemouth game to what happened in the Leeds game?
What I'm saying is I'm more comparing to what it is that you said. Is that you got to be careful because it'll come back and bite you in the ass.
They had a 2-goal. They had a goal lead with 6 minutes of extra time to go. I don't think they were sitting there going, I don't think we did enough to win this match. At that point, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's different when like for me, that's what I see. So I see it, I guess, a little bit different. Like, Leeds going into that extra time wasn't going, I think we didn't score that second goal to get that second goal in the second half to put us up 3 goals, to see this thing out. I don't think they were saying that. They were saying we're just going to have to defend and put pressure on Swansea and see this thing out.
Swansea can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, no. I don't believe it's the same situation. I hear what you're saying, but I wouldn't.
No, I'm not saying it's the same situation, but I'm saying that with what you had just said, as far as like it coming around and biting you in the ass, I feel that statement can apply.
No,
that's all I'm getting at.
I don't think so. I think it's still not applicable.
There's a reason why my name ain't Lolo. I'm just trying to run a show.
If you want me to go back and forth with you, we can. No.
I want this to be organic.
No, look, there's Lolo. He's covering me.
In a minute, sorry. In a minute, I'll give it back 42 seconds. Mark will say, I've only been watching football for 3 to 4 years. And I've been sitting there like, no, motherfucker. No.
There we go. The crow of Jeff has now bestowed his face on you.
You fucking watch more football than me.
Mr. Tom and Gary and all those watching, I have actually hung up that talking point. And while
good, because it stopped working.
Many things that I don't know about football and things that I've never seen. And people will always come at, well, I remember this match I was watching. But every time I brought up, well, I've only been watching football, and they jump on me and they're like, dude, enough already. You watch football. We all know it. You're not fooling anyone. Look at this guy. Oh, well, I guess
you got some smudge on your what is that?
Got a little. Is there a little yellow and black, gold and black on that?
Something on there. What happened there? There's a little dirt there. You want to rub it off, like clean it off, like right there on your
shirt. At least I come on and know when I lost. And Mark, I congratulate you for the victory in the Stoop.
We played well
in the Stoop derby, and I want to say you played very well. And I thought we continue not to be able to finish. But I congratulate you. I'm not going to try to. I come on here not to just or hide from you. Congratulations on the victory. And I think, like I said before the match, I thought your team is playing much better now in caliber there. And for us, I think we stopped leaking the goals and stuff. 1-0 is fair, but we just can't finish. We had one shot. Ferguson had a shot. No offense. He should have finished, and he missed that one.
He absolutely should have.
And we talked about that.
Absolutely should have. And we did talk about it on our chat. It was Timo Werner-esque, Kai Havertz for Chelsea-esque It presented itself and
perfectly.
it didn't happen.
It was disgusting.
There's the only thing that I can say is that and shame on me as a Wolves fan. Shame on me for saying this at the time, but when Cunha is suspended for 4 games, during Bournemouth, we were I don't even know how. I think we were only 3 points up from Ipswich, and I was like, we're fucked.
Now you bounced back hard.
Fucked without this guy. Yeah. We pulled in
100%
10 points during his suspension, or no, not quite 10 points. I think 7 points during his suspension. If we win tomorrow, it will be 10. For me, it was doom and gloom. I did not think that we were going to survive, and we've done more than that.
I agree.
And if I was to give you any shit, Lawrence, about
I deserve it.
About Tuesday's results, I would be like, thank you for the $45 million and the assist for Max Kilman.
I got you. Fair enough. No, fair shout. I come to take my beating.
It took me a few years to learn my beating, because it's as many of you who have been following the show used to know just how angry I would get when Wolves would lose, and I would have to eat shit.
I just left another West Ham show, and that's why I said I'm always late here, and I was livid. Because we're going back and forth and blaming Potter for this, that, or the other. And we went to a 3-5-2, and then a complaint out. But we were leaking goals like it was a sieve. It was going crazy. So now, but we have been, as a West Ham, we have continually over a year cannot freaking finish. And Antonio, we weren't finishing with Antonio. We have not. So I'm so tired right now of blaming managers when we need to have the players that can execute. And that's the biggest thing with West Ham. So when I talk about that, then it's not just about the managers. It's then either it's like your groceries. You have to have what you have to work with, right? And Potter just came in. I'm tired of blaming the damn managers. West Ham fans are so much about that. Blaming the freaking manager. Blaming the manager. No, let's blame the players not executing. Like Ferguson, he's been there, hasn't had much time, and it makes starting time makes you think about how's he doing on the training ground, right? If the manager's not seeing like the progress. So, but then how about finishing? Because Ferguson's had three shots since he's been on there and has missed them. I mean, I'm an old dude. I could have probably made a couple of those. I could at least made one. So, but I'm not trying to. So it's very frustrating, and I was pissed off, and I left that group. I said, you know what? Stop looking at the freaking manager. Start looking at the players, and then that comes down to the director of operation ownership who's buying these players to get that right. Because until you do that, we're going to struggle. Because I think Potter's done one thing. We stopped leaking the goals, so you see it lower, but we can't score nothing. We cannot score any goals. But I applaud you, Mark. I come here saying you were the victor, and Tom's sitting over there laughing his shit off, but it's true. I don't. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I still. It's not dust. This is the badge, and I love it.
You're
and as you should.
Smell your finger. Smell your finger for me, real quick. Just let me know what it smells like.
Just real quick.
It smells like honey buns.
That's a real quick shout out to Miss Belina. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome to the show. We appreciate you there. Rosie's here. She has a question for Lawrence. Do you want to refrain from talking to fans of the junior leagues?
No, I don't. I never want to refrain from that because, like I said, if the junior league leads team comes up there, I embrace them. And Tom, I embrace you. And I want once you come back up there, it's all good.
Oh, we can only be mates if we actually get the points to come back up.
Well,
I hear what you said. I
thought we were always mates, but you seem like you have an attitude lately, so I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Lately? Mr. Tom always brings an attitude to the show.
You know what?
Lately.
When you get old, the filter comes off. It just comes off, and you just say whatever. So just everybody.
Gary, you love it. Yeah, you know it. I'm only 75 years old.
I'm just hoping Lawrence doesn't embrace me.
John, what the heck? I forgot you were even on here. How's
Oh
that
no!
mic
You
doing?
what? You can't say that. You see, like I said, the filter is off. You can't say that.
Rosie's trying to.
John.
No. I realised what's actually
Oop.
happened. Rosie tried to stir trouble in the chat. I just realised it's Rosie. Rosie got a big wooden spoon out and started going, let's start stirring the pot, motherfucker.
I can tell you one thing, if
Hey
I
there,
may
Miss
say,
Selena.
John. I'd love to see you in your background again. I know you probably had a good time, but you in that background is aces.
Thank you. Okay. Hey,
All
I'm gonna put the link up if Miss Molina wants to pop on, or
Hey,
I
or
had mentioned it to
even Stan if he wants to pop on as well.
yeah,
Maybe
I sent it to him already. He's busy though.
He might be interested in joining the big match.
He's working.
Well, see, I stopped other shows to come join this Stoop the group, and even though I lost the Stoop Derby, which I like, David's an asshole, but I'd like to hear the Derby. That was pretty cool because I did lose it. So fair shake, and Mark is the champion last week.
I'm just happy to win one.
Hey,
I don't think I've won a. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up?
Chris is in the house.
I can honestly say that I think it's been 2 years since I've won a Stoop Derby.
You won it.
I'm not
fair
really
square.
Sure. Not really sure. Chris,
Is that
how you been?
Is that Wolves Arsenal? Is that the Stoop Derby?
It's anyone's team that participates on the Stoop. In this particular case, it was Wolves and West Ham.
It's always Arsenal. Everybody, you can't end a sentence about Arsenal or start one. So
that's right.
They hate us, but they love us.
Chris, how is everything with the family?
Huh?
How is everything with the family?
Family's doing well. I just had to put little Naomi to sleep. And then I went into this room, and my other daughter left it a complete pigsty, so I had to clean it up for 15 minutes before I got on. She's not getting that ice cream that I promised her tomorrow.
Someone's in trouble.
You actually have to hold back the things that you be the tough guy, be the meanie.
Yeah. She walks all over us.
She just comes back stronger though. When you hold back, so you might as well just give up.
She'll be 17. Dad, I remember that day.
Yeah,
you didn't give me ice cream,
so you should give it ice cream quick.
You're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, she waits till she's 17. You're definitely in trouble.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I noticed there's a hierarchy in the chat. Basically, before Rosie and Molina turned up, anytime Stan wrote something, it would immediately pop up. BxGunner or Jimmy could go fuck themselves, basically. but then, as soon as Rosie and Molina appear, they fucking only have to fart in the chat, and it goes straight up here.
Right.
I'm just saying. I notice. I'm a noticer. How much did Stan pay you, Director John, to basically circumvent the natural order?
That's none of your business.
Are you saying that I'm selectively
wait a minute. Someone gets
people?
paid?
Right.
That's exactly what I'm fucking saying. That's exactly what and I'll fucking say it again. How you doing? Why not?
He gets paid in compliments, like that last one.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
All right, what do you want to do? You want to do betting in the dark, or you want to play?
I think I want betting in the dark for the to kick off the second half. So with just about a minute to go, we've covered so much, and as our fearless leader Lolo has to say is that us old guys have small bladders, and we need to take care of them. We've
talking about Gary. He's got, once he gets up from that hood, he's actually got crutches.
No, actually, Gary is the star.
He is the star.
I spent the weekend with Gary.
I hope you get across the street the other day.
Nimble.
Now you're going after me. What's up with that? I bought your groceries in and everything.
I love you, brother.
We'll continue all of this after our bio break. We'll come back with Mr. Tom and Betty in the Dark. We'll look at this weekend's fixtures. We'll talk with Chris a little bit about Liverpool, and after that, I think it's an oldie but a goodie. We haven't seen it for a few weeks, so if you will, a trailer for the perpetual Oscar nominated Murder Gun. Enjoy.
Murder Gun, nice.
Murderers, robbers, rapists, dealers, pedophiles.
Welcome to the revolution!
Justice isn't commerce.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Just stop it!
Who the hell is without a helper, and what does she have to do with my sister?
Do I look like I need a psychological evaluation?
That's not the issue. The issue is why you didn't tell me.
I recommend that he be given a psychological evaluation before taking over his next assignment.
Just like old Tom, Tom. You goddamn son of a bitch! Look me in the eyes. May I have a little kiss before you go? I'm very lonely here. Oh, we're being lied to. I don't like secrets. I could report you to the authorities, have your goddamn license suspended.
Smoking cigars now. And I thought he was perfect.
Would you give your life to save the world if nobody knew you did it?
Boy, you're a cocky one.
You got a great point there. And a sign that says, "No snakes allowed."
We're past all that. No more games.
Not allowed. The reason I'm still alive is because I wear an invisible helmet. You can't see it, but it's always there.
I've always been surprised that Lolo wouldn't or did not like kind of Photoshop his murder by Cuba Gooding Jr. in there somewhere, where it's like when you hear Busey or Seagal or whoever say murder, and then like Lolo fighting. There it is.
There we go.
That would have just have absolutely made it.
I'm surprised that Peter Gabriel Salisbury Hill is not in the trailer at some point.
Right. All right. So we are heading into the second half of our happy hour. And the way we always work with this is that we go from that amazing trailer to Betting in the Dark with Mr. Tom before he falls asleep with his barrister-looking beard. You do have the kind of this barrister thing going on. All right, Tom, take it away. Betting in the Dark.
Betting in the Dark with Mr. Tom.
Come on, love, place your bets.
Oh, so I thought this was the part where Lolo does the disclaimer, the legal disclaimer, of course. But so
well, Lolo's not here, so
okay.
Spend all your money gambling.
Oh, we're doing it like that, are we? All right, fine. When the fun stops, carry on, obviously, because that's the worst advice possible. So but still. Lolo is Missing Action Again edition. We all love Leeds at Thursdays at 9 in the UK. There you go. Jimmy thinks Leeds will win 7-0. Of course he does. That laugh was mildly disrespectful, Mr. Lawrence.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tom. I think they're gonna win, but not 7-0.
That's a fair recovery, to be fair to you. Okay.
I'm going 3-0.
Not with your keeper. 3-2.
Oh,
Well, he's
don't bring up
gone
the
now.
keeper.
He screwed me.
That's
2
like,
times
why
this
did
year
you
on
press that
Method.
button? Chris, be nice.
Oh Lord. Yeah,
Chris,
he's being-
what keeper?
Chris is being fair. He's gone.
No,
now.
no, he's not.
What you got against Carl Darlow, Chris?
That's your new keeper.
Oh, is that your new keeper? You're not playing Melier or
No,
Messier?
it's already come out in the press conference that he's dropped Melier from the game.
It's not Mark Messier.
It's not. It's not Mark Messier of the New York Rangers, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I knew he was going. Somebody choked him out.
Sponsored by Murder Gun, of course, which you may or may not have just seen the trailer of. Can trailers win Oscars? Because that one should have. So number 1, we are going with Everton versus the Arsenal, and I've got it to finish as a Desmond 2-2. People go, why have you gone against Arsenal? So I've not gone against Arsenal. I just think it's a very fair to say rubber match at the end of the season.
Wait, is it considered screwing Arsenal if James Tarkowski scores and he should have had a red card in the previous game?
Yes, that's 100% why I picked him, because it's got it written all over it that someone basically, I'll put it this way. I can have a vision of Arsenal fans sitting on YouTube going, he's not even meant to be playing. How dare he score against us? He's not even meant to be at work today, kind of thing. But Saka will score first, and he'll get a 95th minute equaliser or something, and I'll sit here counting the money because of 2-2. And Desmond sitting there going, obviously. Desmond agrees with me, to be fair. So
2-2.
There you go. Gary,
Desmond
why have I
2-2,
got a
nobody
feeling
got
you
that
don't
good,
approve, Gary? Why have I got a feeling?
I barely approve of anything you say, especially at this time of night on a Friday.
Oh my God!
So yeah, this is just nonsense once again.
If I'm Arsenal,
Want to
and
waste your
playing
money?
at-
Go ahead, put your
at
money
Goodison
down.
Park,
You're
I'm
wasting
afraid
money.
James Tarkowski is going to break someone's knee, based on what he did against Liverpool last week, or earlier in the week, I should say.
I just don't see Everton able to get two goals.
Oh, I don't know, man. Beto looked pretty good against Liverpool.
Arsenal's
he had some bad luck.
Arsenal's attack's been not the best. Now Saka's back, but now their defense is holding. So I don't see that happen.
Defense is very, very good in Everton, and at home,
100%,
damn good.
But Saka's back, baby. Watch this. I say it's going to be a 3-1, maybe 3-0. But I had that first one. This one, I really think Arsenal's going to take off.
I think 3-1 Arsenal. I think it's going to be 1-1 for a while, and then Arsenal's going to get like an 85th and an 89th.
I like that. It's a fair.
It'll be one of those games where I'm feeling really good that Arsenal's drawing until
yeah.
No, I like your. I don't like your idea of the 1-1. I get the 1-0. We go up 2-1. We go up 2-0. Maybe they score one, and then we close the door. I like that idea. I don't like the 1-1 at all, Chris. I think that's terrible analysis.
If you're a fan watching the matches, I say it's a freaking heart attack.
I don't know where you got that where you got that information from. You thought you could put that out there, but let's not do that. I don't need. I have enough heartache as it is just trying to figure out how we were going to score one goal. Yeah. So if we have to
I would never ever select an Arsenal result designed specifically to upset Gary, especially not in an important match. I'd never do that.
He's so hard.
That is actually what you live for. What are you talking about? You just lied, bold-faced lie in front of everybody.
To be fair, if Tarkowski scores an own goal, I will be saying he shouldn't have been playing. So,
you know what? If he scores 2 own goals, then
God forbid you offended Gary. Tom.
What? Well, what is wrong with you, man? Come on.
No, he said something. I was like, I didn't know what he meant. I'm just asking a question. Just asking a question. No offense. Please.
Sorry. So if I actually speak in English, Lawrence doesn't understand it.
No, he doesn't understand English because where are you from again, Lawrence?
Well, now, at times, it sounds like you had some Cheetos in your mouth when you're talking, so it's hard for me to tell what you're saying. I'm from Kentucky, but I can articulate pretty
coming
well.
from a guy that
Kentucky.
coming from a guy that sounds like he's got hush puppies in his mouth.
Let me tell you,
Gary, let me get you straight on this. I'm originally from Baltimore. I was in the Navy for 26 years, so I've been all around the world. So it's hard for me to say what place I'm actually from.
Kentucky?
Yeah.
They have books there?
Oh,
yes,
John.
they got one.
I'm kidding. Kentucky's
John,
lovely.
John,
dressed in the morning.
yeah, we do have books. That's the one we send New York City people that can't afford books. So we send them.
no.
We make them here. We send
Careful,
them to New York
son.
City. No,
Careful,
I will
son.
jump.
Our
Hey.
rent is 3 times your mortgage. We can afford books.
You haven't seen. No offense, Mark, but you haven't seen my house. Just to be fair, and no disrespect, but
Hang on a minute. Why is this no offense Mark's bullshit?
I am absolutely certain, Gary. I'm sorry, Lawrence, that your house is absolutely beautiful. I do not doubt that whatsoever.
Mark is a thousandaire.
I know real.
I am.
You know,
and I know real estate, and I know New York is real estate is property is very, very high. I got you. Point taken.
Mark won a
Point
bet.
taken.
There you go.
Is that Mark? That wasn't Mark.
Mr. Tom,
That's Mark. That's Mike Darce Clay.
The resolution of that photo looks like it was taken 70 years ago.
No, I do like
It
Andrew.
was
Dice
actually
Clay.
taken on a brownie.
Okay,
Right,
so
Mr. Tom, what do you got next?
not that I'm actually trying to encourage Gary or antagonize Gary, but basically, Gary, how much would you actually, if you were to do a serious wager, how much would you wager on that particular bet?
Oh, this one right
This one right here?
No, the one before it, the one about the Arsenal.
I didn't see it. Sorry, nope, can't see it. The screen just went blank. I can't see a damn thing. Why do you just put up blank? That's just blank. That's all I see. Sorry.
No, that's fair enough. I understand, guys. Would not
see.
mind, John. Thank you very much. Very, very much. People have gone, why have you selected Southampton to win at Spurs? Or like, well, basically, well, yeah, but more importantly, because I'm expected to provide things that might actually provide money. So, as we establish every week when I pick something ungodly stupid. But at the same time, is it really that shocking, considering Spurs have already lost at home to Ipswich this season, that they may actually throw one to Southampton as well?
No, it's actually sad part. Well, it's not sad. I hate Spuds, but you're right.
Yeah, I'd like to see that meltdown. That would be a really good meltdown to see if they lose.
Are they still in the Europa League?
Yeah, they can still have a chance to win a trophy.
Yeah. Can you believe that shit?
Yep.
No, I don't see it. I see 2-1 the other way.
Yeah,
but that's not a good payoff.
Yeah, I had 2-0.
Right.
I can't turn up here and basically say in front of Mark, hosting on behalf of Lolo, to say, oh, Spurs are going to win against Southampton at home and it's going to be really comfortable and they're going to win by 2-1 and it pays £12.
Well, if Spurs don't pick up another point, 10 points would be the worst all time, right? After Derby was 11?
Yeah, they're still, yep.
They're still in the hunt for something.
They did have a lead right last week or this week and let it go.
Yeah, they conceded the 95th minute against Crystal Palace.
Yep.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Rosie had a bet on Crystal Palace, or was it Southampton to win?
I did as
she had
well.
Southampton to win and Crystal Palace equalised. But that's not split hairs over it. But basically that was a result where basically the Palace fans were furious. The people that bet on Southampton were even more furious because it was a result that really helped no one. But speaking of helping no one, can we go to the third and final one, please, Director John?
Wow.
This bet confuses me. Tom, please explain.
So? Well, basically, the way this could actually win is basically Marmoush scores 4 goals, But even if Kevin De Bruyne assists one of them, it wins.
I like the bottom 2 bullet points here. That top one, that's where the risk's at.
That's where it confuses me.
The bottom 3 is definitely I think that could happen.
Well, obviously Haaland ain't playing, so you have to go to who they putting up front in his place.
Oh, yeah.
So with injured.
I think City's going to play incredible with Marmoush at striker.
Do you think so?
I'm actually this is a match that I'm going to watch.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Foden's had such a disappointing season. I don't see this. I see this as a. Where did I put him on? I still put City up 2-0.
What is this, Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
The last game.
Sunday
of
last match. Yeah.
Given its score, a predicted score line, I expect it to be the very last match of Sunday.
Yeah.
I would place this bet.
Where would you place it, Chris?
I said I'll just place it as is. I don't bet.
Really?
So,
well, I'm just. Yeah. I don't either. I'm just. Saying,
I think this is a good bet.
How would you predict?
I
like Marmoush for 4, like Tom's saying. City always has someone who scores 4 goals. I think Foden's done it. De Bruyne.
So you're
Gabriel
saying Man U's
did
defense is that
them.
bad? They're going to give up that. Okay. Gotcha.
I'll say 4, but only needs 2 to be fair to actually strike as a winner.
If he gets 2, he'd be outstanding. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
De Bruyne for them to score assist. I like that one. I like the bottom. I like the one for that.
That's the key thing of it. It obviously, if I did just De Bruyne to score, obviously it would pay even more. But
assist. He's a good assist guy too.
He also announced he's not coming back. I think he's going to want to.
Yes,
he's going to want some good performances.
I agree with that because he wants to show himself to other prospective teams.
Tom? Is the bet disqualified if he scores and assists because you have an statement there?
Nope.
No. They word it like that because he can have either one.
Okay.
But that's like a minimum. Like if he only assists, it still wins. But if he scores and assists,
I'm just thinking of statistics class for a second. So
yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's a fair question actually. But no, if he does score and assist. You just then sort of sitting there going, why didn't I just pick him to score and then assist separately? Because it probably pays even more. But still.
All right. Well,
it'd be fun. It'd be funny if it happened.
Let's see the grand trifecta.
The Magic 3.
That's it. That's what it is. The Magic 3.
People go, that ain't very high. I was like, well, last week it was about £9. So
I could see 2 out of 3.
Well, am I? You know what? Am I right in guessing you can see the one either side of the Southampton sandwich?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I could see this. Definitely the first. Definitely the third. And as Tom put it, a Southampton sandwich.
I don't see that.
I mean,
you said you can see the first.
I can
could actually see it.
I can
if it's
Everton
right.
at home drawing
you
against
got
Arsenal.
glasses on, and
Absolutely.
you got glasses on. Yeah, I think you got some smudges on your glasses. Let's clean them up.
Is tough at home.
Gary was asleep for
They've
10
always
minutes
been tough at home, and as things wind down at Goodison, why not?
I heard some nonsense.
I would take that. This is the one that I would absolutely take. There's no question. And yes, Remner goes. I actually ordered a Southampton sandwich the other day. It was absolutely terrible. It was half frozen and half burnt.
It has sauerkraut and like stinky cheese.
Hey, whoa! I like both of those things.
I know what? Actually, I do too. I shouldn't have said that.
Who does Nottingham Forest have?
Spurs should have comfortably beat Ipswich, I imagine, earlier in the season. They didn't.
Exactly. All right, so here we are after betting in the dark. Chris, one of the things that I was prepared to talk about was that is that what is it? Liverpool is up by 12 with 8 games to go.
That is correct.
Is it 13? Or am I wrong?
12.
It is
Oh, it's
12.
12.
It is 12 with 8 games to go.
12 and then
I watched on, was it Wednesday? Everton in Liverpool. Not exactly.
You don't look great. Like we're gonna
resounding victory by Liverpool. They did get the win. They did get the full 3 points, but they didn't exactly look good.
They haven't looked good
I
for a
was
while.
beginning to think that, like, hey, you know what? In a bizarro world, Arsenal
No way.
might be
No
able
way.
to
More
to
nonsense.
do this.
More nonsense. See
and
what I
then,
mean?
And well, that is what our show is all about.
Mr.
Our
Tom,
show
Mr.
is
Tom.
I
all
like it,
about
Mark.
a
I think
little
you
bit
have
of
to try.
fun
You have to
and a
try.
little bit of nonsense. But I just want to say that there was a part of me that said, it's like, because the way the early part of the season went, there was talk of a quadruple for Liverpool, and they got bounced unceremoniously by
Plymouth Argyle.
Plymouth, by
They got bounced by 3 teams
and it
in
just
succession,
all
didn't they?
kind of it just all kind of fell apart really fast. And I was just like, could it possibly be that Liverpool is going to lose the league to Arsenal, or maybe even Nottingham Forest, who's a very good side, but Arsenal lost Gabriel, aka Mega Legs, who apparently Gary has never heard that before.
I know. I didn't say I haven't heard it. I said I don't know anybody by that name.
I learned Mega Legs from Arsenal fans.
I don't know.
Come on. We've established by now. Gary doesn't like fun. We've established this.
You're damn right. I don't like that.
Lord,
that just sounds.
Good
It sounds
Lord.
like a silly name. I don't like it. So there
All
you
right.
go.
Well. Back to the original question, Chris. Was there at any point that you thought that maybe Liverpool was going to? As they like to say, bottle it.
I'm still nervy about it. I think
You always got to be.
I think if we're still 12 points at like 32 games, I'll feel pretty comfortable. But right now, I don't feel comfortable about anything. Right
You
now.
never do it until it's finished.
Who are you playing then? Like you say, 32 games. Who are you playing in the next game and the game after?
We've got Fulham at Fulham.
Okay.
They're a positive. I mean, they're a positive goal differential club, so they're
good club, good
yeah,
team,
club, and they're at home. And then, excuse me. After that, we were home to West Ham.
Come on, you play.
Oh,
you play West Ham. You play Leicester City. You play that team. You play Chelsea.
I know, but then
you
we
play
have
Brighton.
then we have
You play
Spurs.
Crystal Palace. Nah, come on, Chris. Don't even go there.
But then we have Spurs.
You got like 5 matches.
Arsenal.
You should comfortably win.
And,
Stop
and,
it.
and that's the match
if we
that
drop
I
2
thought
matches, and then we have to
maybe
play Arsenal. I
that
don't feel
Liverpool
No,
could
2 matches,
see
but then what do
themselves
you
drop
follow that
out
up
was
with
they
Brighton
still
and
have a
Crystal
match.
Palace?
Gary,
Come on.
stop.
Come
You're
on.
going to talk shit.
Come on.
Come on,
Stop.
man.
Let's move on. Let's move on to something. Let's move on to
Gary,
something that
if
makes
you were
sense.
up 12 points, you would just stop watching the league.
Oh, I'm not
good.
stop watching the league,
Chris,
but
I am with you.
you're
Until
like
you know it,
behind the
you're always
couch
nervous.
already. Stop. Get in front of it. Sit on the couch and watch the match. All right.
No,
You'll be all right.
I'm with Chris. I'm the same way. Until you know you got it, you're still nervous.
You are scared of everything. You're an old man. You know.
If
A door
Arsenal were
slams
12
and you're
points-
running upstairs.
I'm
jumping under the bed. Come on.
Before I go, I'll just simply say this. If Arsenal were 12 points clear, Gary and a variety of Arsenal fans would be able to hand you a list of the 4 games that they will drop. Have a good night, everyone.
Sure at this point, if Arsenal fans were 12 point up, they would be like, we're kissing
You're just making stuff up as you go along. That's cool.
Yeah.
For entertainment
the
value.
truth is,
Stop it.
Arsenal's not likely to win 8 games in a row, but they can. That's all that matters. As long as
They absolutely can. Absolutely can. Because they're Arsenal and they're second.
at the time when I was
Hey, guess what?
putting,
We don't give out
putting
trophies
this
in
kind of
second
like
place.
little
No, but it's
closet together. I didn't know
Sorry,
that
Bob.
that Gabrielle was injured, and with Saka back, and that goal was just so.
Zach, I love Zach.
I've not
sorry.
said they give out a trophy for second. What I am saying is basically we're not exactly saying that Southampton need to run the table to win something, are we? If Southampton win the remaining 8 games, they'll still probably get relegated.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, where are they at now? Like,
I don't know. That's a lot of points.
This is my compliment to
It
Gary.
won't happen.
If
You know,
Salah
because I don't see Leicester winning all their games. You know, or 5 of. I don't see Leicester winning 5 of 8.
I don't
so
see those
Southampton,
3.
You know,
I don't see those 3 getting out of the cellar. I don't really.
You know,
I don't think I don't think Wolves have
the
to get
question
another
here
point.
is absolutely moot because Southampton is their season this year is ranked up with one of the
worst
absolute
ever.
worst.
Yeah, I
and we
agree, Mark.
saw
Yeah.
one of the worst like 2 seasons ago with Tom
Sheffield
2
United.
years ago. Who
Sheffield
was
United.
dead last?
Leeds.
I'm gonna say it.
Sheffield United had one of like literally a historically poor season 2 years ago. Is this the first year since I've been watching football that
You
that
just watched
this has been,
football
like,
this year. It's the first year you watched. You haven't watched anything. So
For the last 2
it's
years,
probably the first,
No,
it's probably the first
I
thing for
have-
everything for you.
I have a question.
I think this will be.
And my
this will
question
be the second
is,
year in a row.
is this
that
the
30
first
teams that went up
season
to
that I have watched since I've been watching football that the 3 that were promoted or
The
the
last 2
3
years.
that
Last
go
2 years.
down? That's
2
what I'm
years.
wondering.
The last 2 years is. The third year wasn't. I think it was one that stayed up. I forgot who it was. The last 2 years, it's going down. It's going to be the same way here, I believe.
Okay, so last year going down was
They're all the 3 that
was
came
Leicester.
up went down.
No, 2 years ago was Leicester.
Luton.
2 years ago it was
Luton.
Leeds, Leicester, and who was the other one?
Leeds
There
didn't
was-
go down last year. They went down 2 years ago. I'm talking
That's,
last
it's,
year.
and Leicester did too.
Who went down last year?
Luton Town.
Luton Town.
Look at Luton Town now. Oh my
Luton,
God.
Sheffield United, and Burnley.
Yeah, Burnley. That's right. It was
So
Burnley.
basically
Yes,
a bunch of yo-yo
they were all
clubs,
only up for a year.
with the exception of Luton.
Look at
Which
Luton
I really
Town
wanted
now.
Luton to stay up. I felt they got like.
And
a
now
bit of
look
a
at them
bad
though.
shot.
In the junior league, they're freaking in the cellar.
Yeah, I know.
I think
They're
the Premier League
freaking
should move
horrible.
to 18 teams.
What, promote one
They should
team?
match. They should match, huh?
Just and then
18
what?
teams.
No,
and
I
how
would-
many to vote?
I think you maybe you do 1 year where you promote 2 and relegate 4.
Oh,
then-
that's some challenging shit. I like it. I like it.
I mean, 19
I'd
and
be
20.
I'd be worried a little bit.
19 and
but-
20 have been uncompetitive.
Yeah.
So no
every year.
promotions
But-
at all. You
but
still
know
want
what?
three,
And no
three, sorry,
offense,
three relegation?
no
You
offense,
still want
Chris,
that?
and that's good. Yeah, but Chris, you're looking at it from a Super League team's top 6. Well, you're never around that. For a guy like me or a guy like Mark, we're going to be like that. That doesn't make sense to us. We don't like that shit.
Isn't funny how Lawrence is so dismissive of
no,
the championship, but now Chris is suggesting that they might be in contention to be in it. Fucking all of a sudden, it's like you're speaking from a fucking Super League perspective.
Tom,
You
get your
fucking
Pepsi.
scaredy cat. You fucking pussy.
Hey, Tom, get your Pepsi lips off the 2-liter bottle.
And
you
this is
sucker,
why we
and let me
watch the
finish my
Stoop, ladies
conversation.
and gentlemen.
What I said
Pepsi
was,
lips.
man,
That's your new name, Mr. Tom
Pepsi
Pepsi
lips.
lips.
Oh no. That ain't gonna stick as long as I'm
But
around.
Chris, I
Yes.
agree.
Not
I
fair.
agree what you're saying though, because it makes you more leverage here.
Well, first of all, I think the
One
players
thing,
play too
one
many
thing-
games.
yeah. But and I agree.
Across the
You're
board.
thinking that. But one thing I love about the Prem is that if you're at the top of the league, or if you're at the bottom league, if you're in the middle league, you have something you're struggling for. You're either trying to stay above relegation, right? And if you're in the mid-table, you're trying to get to Europe, right? And then
I
if you're
get
the top
that.
6, so no, I got you. So you want to truncate it a little bit, which I'm not debating it. I'm
I
not
just think the
trying to argue it.
relegation battle will be more competitive than it has been.
So give me your philosophy again one more time on how would that be? Besides, okay, so if you did that, you have to shrink. I would think your top six.
So Wolves would have to go down as well.
They're going to go down anyway sometime. But go ahead, let's finish.
I'm just saying,
Wolves.
It would just be, you'd have to just have 1 year where instead of 3-3, it would be 4-2.
All you're gonna do is just create the same situation again. Though I don't see it. I don't see what you're seeing now that will change just because you take 2 teams out of the top 20. You're gonna see the exact same thing again because
but you would
what's
have to
gonna
do
happen?
the same, yeah.
What's gonna happen if that team and Mr. Tom will say this? If that team, those
it's not authorized to talk. He's in a junior league.
Those teams that got demoted from the Premier League, right, get in the championship and have a terrible run, or have to sell their players or whatever, and they don't make it back, you'll just see the same thing over again. And then guess what? When those teams get promoted, you'll be saying the exact thing again.
I completely agree there. Mr. Tom, what are your thoughts on the matter?
With the balloon payments right now, you're seeing the same teams going back and forth. They're not good enough for the Premier League. They have too much money for the championship. Like it's getting tired.
It's because all your teams get too much money in the Premier League. That's ultimately the cause of it. Is that you'd have created between your club.
Oh my god!
Tom,
is that what it looks like? That's Pepsi Lips, folks.
That's Tom on a Saturday night.
Tom, please continue.
Every time you speak, all I see is Pepsi Lips.
Gary, let Tom speak here.
Okay.
Tough act to follow.
Sorry, Tom.
John, go fuck yourself. Motherfucker.
I thought
most I've heard
Tom drop that be. I didn't think it could be topped, and then I saw Pepsi Lips, and I'm like, maybe.
But no, in all seriousness, what you're all describing is basically what happened in 1995 because the Premier League had 22 teams, and FIFA basically went, we want all the leagues in Europe to have 18 teams, but the Premier League was like, absolutely not. Because obviously it was built on the TV deal and stuff like this, and the money getting shared around. And they did make a compromise of we'll go down to 20 teams. So how did they do that? Well, to answer that, in 1995, 4 teams got relegated, but only 2 got promoted. The winner of the what was then Division 1, what is now the Championship, the winner, and the winner of the playoff. That's how they did it. So basically, that's how they do it.
And then, in order for the championship to maintain the same amount of teams, they have to relegate more than they bring up, and vice, all the way down the.
And you know what? Yeah. And I'm not. I like the 20 team, and Chris, I don't think because of the popularity of the Prem League and the fans that are across the board from 1 to 20. Look at me from West Ham, which is at the end, and Mark towards the end, and all that. We like the team, so I don't think it's changing. Because I can tell you the popularity, at least, and we know it. Chris, you're in the United States, right? Prem is popular now.
Plus, also, you know what? The TV deal is too much money. Premier League's not going to want to do it. The teams aren't going to want to. You know how that is. The teams aren't going to want money to be cut. So nobody's going to want to lose their money. So it will.
100% because guess what? Gary, good shout, because I'm telling you right now, because Prem's getting so popular now, they're going to get more money now from the U.S. because there's more fans, so why would they change it? They're going to get like, oh, network, there's fans there, give me some more money. So
yeah, but no one in the U.S. is watching the games where the 18 plays 19.
I disagree with that.
Look at Mark. Look at Mark. Mark is looking at teams in the bottom half of the table. He loves that. And look at Lawrence. They're both sitting at the bottom of the table, and they're enjoying their football. Yes, there are people out there enjoying. Just because your team's at the bottom.
Who's going to watch Leicester Southampton here when they play?
This guy right here.
Southampton.
That's a true point. Right? That's one thing.
Those are actually far more exciting to watch.
It's growing.
It's Mark likes desperation football.
Scrapping for survival. These are teams that they're equal in talent. It is destined to be a good match. The only thing that I hate is that, I don't know how many years ago, I dubbed these types of matches El Crapico, and now I'm watching like Premier League Live on NBC, and they're using that term, and I'm like, motherfucker, mine. That was mine, motherfuckers. Let's research let's research the phrase El Crapico, and I swear to God, it's mine. Anyway, guys, we've got about 25 minutes left in the show, and this is the point of the show where we normally run down the list and our picks. For
right, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed because I said
Mr.
I
Tom,
was about 20 minutes ago.
I need you to stick around on this one, and I'll make sure you go first. Just give me 10 minutes of your time. But instead of going down the list of Premier League and all these things, what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring back something that we used to do called the Weekend Watch List, and give us the match that you're most excited about and the results, and we will comment on that match as well. And this will include the championship. So, Mr. Tom, we all know what you're watching, but what's your thoughts on that?
What on Leeds at Luton?
3-0.
Obviously,
the wrong guy, the wrong question.
Obviously, Luton
about nothing on that.
Sorry, because Luton and Lawrence can go fuck themselves. The double L connection, obviously.
I love you, Tom. I love you. Honestly, I do.
Because the fucking disrespect, but no, seriously. Obviously, in all seriousness, Luton can go fuck themselves. But again, let's be clear, they can really go fuck themselves, because basically I want them to give the performances they've been giving all season, which have been absolute dog shit. But I expect them to turn up and go, oh look, they've got players cosplaying as Prime Messi, Suarez and Neymar. Not Neymar when his sister's birthday is occurring. Like actually Neymar when his sister's basically not having a birthday and he'll actually fucking be there. But still, just fucking football. This fucking championship fucking winds me up. It fucking sucks.
It does. I can imagine. I can't get the championship league on my TV because it's not like on major networks, but I appreciate that comment.
On what?
You haven't got Paramount Plus, sir?
I do. I just ignore it. It's like, ESPN, Paramount Plus. I'm watching ESPN. I love you, Tom.
That's some serious disrespect. It's like, no, I'm not even.
We give shit, but I love Mr. Tom, and I always joke because Leeds is my favorite junior league team.
But you don't watch them.
That's like telling someone they're the nicest guy in prison. or you're my favourite athlete at the Special Olympics, because no matter what happens, you're gonna win the gold medal, but you're gonna wake up next morning and you still can't fucking walk. Who's the real winner? But still, sorry, apologies if anyone actually had a Special Olympian in their life.
Unfortunately, Mr. Tom, I would love to be watching Leeds and Luton.
Oh, Lord,
Luton at home. I think it's going to be a little bit of a better match than a lot of people seem to think. But unfortunately, at the same time,
have you watched Luton Town? They're getting blown out. They're getting there. I say
I understand that.
You just said you don't watch, Lawrence. What are we talking about?
My memory of
Lawrence knows. Lawrence is a secret Leeds fan.
They were good at Kenilworth last season.
I know my stuff.
Lawrence is actually a Millwall.
He's got a notepad with words on it. He knows his stuff.
Unfortunately, Everton
he could probably tell me more about the Leeds team than I can.
And I'm going to struggle. To watch. Anyone else have any thoughts on Leeds at Luton Town?
Nope.
Who? What did you just say? It didn't even sound. Are those teams?
I said Leeds at Luton
You fucking needed about 97 minutes to beat them last season, Gary. So I know what you're talking about. I remember you fucking. I remember you fucking crying because you were 4-4 with them.
Screaming. Why are you upset?
Now get it in. Exactly.
It's the sweet taste of
Gary's just
Pepsi.
trying to be nice.
The
sweet shit now, Gary.
Sweet taste.
I like that. I like that.
God bless you, Tom.
Luton's gonna get
Mr.
relegated.
Tom, you know I want you to be happy tomorrow, so you should stop
geez,
that. You
now
know
you're
that. How are you going to be happy tomorrow, Mr. Tom?
I think it'd be funny if Luton, because
What's
they got
the
promoted.
What score line will make you happy tomorrow, Mr. Tom?
What made me happy?
Yeah,
Luton Town's so far down the junior league. If he jumped up, it would be a miracle. They're like,
I'm not going to be too greedy. I would take 1-0 purely because
I think it's going to be. I will spend 100 American dollars. Do you know what that is, Tom? It's 300, probably 125 pounds. What's this?
131. We saw that earlier.
131. 3-0 leads. Book it, baby.
It'll be 145 by Monday.
No shit. With a Terry, who knows? We all know who knows what's going on with that money. But
all right.
3-0 lead.
Chris, you have a prediction?
Luton leads. I said 3-2 leads.
3-2 or 3-0.
Gary?
I've always, this may be a proximity bias based on how long I've known them, but I've always liked Dirty Jersey Chris more than Lawrence.
He's trying to give you pressure though with that 3-2 score. You know that, right?
Tom Leeds never did like me anyway, so I'm good.
Gary.
Speaking of Gary, what are your
people hate
thoughts
me,
on that score line? Luton versus.
I need Mr. Tom happy. 2-0. 2-0.
Oh, going with the Desmond.
Come on, Leeds. Come on, Leeds. Just tell me things I want to hear so I can fuck off the bed and hopefully sleep. As a lie, I've got to be getting the photos of wrestling, but still, whatever.
I have Darlow getting concussed in the 3rd minute.
Oh no!
You motherfucker!
You know what? I would absolutely love that because
you would love it.
I want this Darlow.
You know what? Do you know how he's going to get concussed? Do you know how he's going to get concussed, Mr. Tom? The ball's going to come off the crossbar, hit in the back of the head, score, and knock him out. And then Leeds are down 1-0. 5 minutes in or whatever it is. What time was it? He gets knocked out 20 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. I actually listen when people insult my football club. So basically, I could recite the exact. I could tell you the exact cadence with which he said it as well. But let's not show off.
And then Leslie comes in there and steals the show. There you go.
There is
comes in with his cape on, and then Mr. Tom is like,
then I would love for that to happen.
Please, Mark, to complete the set, please, just you turn heel on Leeds United as well, like everyone else has.
I don't want to do this.
I have you
Mr.
winning
Tom.
still.
I really don't want to do this.
Do what I think you're going to do.
But
do what I think you're going to do.
Really think that Darlow for Millier is a mistake. And so, therefore, I do believe that Luton Town is going to steal this one at the Kenilworth 2-1. 2-1.
This is why you asked me to wait for 10 minutes, isn't it, motherfucker?
This is why I'm not
going to spell it.
That is
I
called.
could already be in bed with my balls out, but instead you fucking. You fucking wait because I haven't finished telling you shit about you.
I need you, Mr. Tom. I need you.
I need you to take this fucking out.
Mark, that was mean. I mean, you know what? That was
It
mean.
wasn't mean.
You held him on
It wasn't
long
mean.
enough and then say, guess what? I'm going to send you to bed pissed. There you go.
All
I'm
right,
going to send you to bed.
With that being covered, let's move on to Gary. What's your match of the week?
Especially you, especially Gary.
I said your team's winning 2-0. Come on.
Oh my God.
I'll remove that then. Fair enough. I'll remove it. But sorry,
Gary,
Mark.
What's your match of the week? And what's your result?
Match of the week. This is me.
Yeah.
Match of the week. It's got it. What do you mean? It's Arsenal.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Of course.
It's the match of the week. We'll start off the early morning. I have my coffee or whatever I'm going to have in the morning while I watch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the score?
2-0.
What's your match of the week, Lawrence? Just out of interest.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's easy. We're going to be 2-1 Bournemouth.
There you go. What is this match of the week?
Oh, wait. Sorry. So just quickly. Sorry. Basically, Lawrence reacted when Gary mentioned Arsenal as if, oh, God, he's going on about Arsenal. Of course, he's picked Arsenal as the match of the week. And then immediately I was like, I bet he's going to say West Ham when he's asked, though.
Okay,
And then he goes, of course.
Your point is what?
There's 3 matches of the
My
week.
point is, you need to go fuck yourself.
And I have a feeling. I have a feeling the Craven Cottage one is yours, right?
Hey, Pepsi.
No?
No.
You don't care about that one?
This is Gary's time.
Palace
Gary's
Brighton's
time.
a derby. Villa and Forest is going to be the best.
Oh, here
match.
goes Pepsi Lips.
And City United, just to see City pound United will be fun. Those are the 3 matches.
I think, yeah.
I could care less about. I only care about one team. Everybody else, Mr. Tom, what can everybody else do?
Fuck off,
Mr. Tom.
Fuck yourselves.
There you go.
See, Mr.
There you
Tom,
go.
you're so.
You're gonna get your 3rd second place trophy in a row this year, Gary?
We don't get trophies for second. You know this. Stop it.
in
championship, trophies at all.
First either. So.
No what?
Hey, there I am.
Mark.
In Junior League,
I'm
you know.
so handsome.
Hey, Mark, next year, though, I have something that I do with another group that is that we should do something where we do our predictions and score it and keep it throughout the year, and we judge how many won. We should do that for next year.
Darren John's face! I knew Darren John being here like a flying shit game. We already fucking do that, Lawrence.
Gary, I think
10 of
Scotto
us,
would be a good
and then you predict your thing. You predict.
What'd you just say? Now, is that more nonsense coming out of your mouth?
Hey, Gary, can we talk adults here while you be quiet for a second?
I just heard that Lawrence does something with a group of guys.
I know, yeah, exactly. So nobody wants to do that, Lawrence.
Oh,
it's not that kind of place.
I know, I'm sorry.
John's not that
Not
kind of
there's
guy.
anything wrong with that, of course.
But seriousness, because you guys are kind of
for
cool
sure,
to
for
it.
sure.
But know what we do?
I would actually
I
like
don't know
to
what
stick
he's trying to
the-
say there.
I'd like to stick to the
Let Lawrence
to
talk,
the subject
everyone.
at hand here.
Okay.
So
Pissed off all you guys suck it.
so Mr. Tom, you know his match of the week. Gary obviously is picking Arsenal and Everton. Dirty Chris.
9-0.
What's your match of the week and what is the result?
My match of the week is Villa at Forest. Forest to win 2-1 and get within 1 point of second place.
Yeah.
That is not going to happen. How are they going to get 6 points in one match?
What was that?
Because didn't you hear the 9-0?
I heard the 9-0. Let me chuckle.
They can't get 6 points in one match. I don't know how that's going to happen. So, yeah.
All right,
Forest, the only team to beat Liverpool this year.
I'm gonna jump in here and hope
Lord.
and pray that Nottingham Forest beat Villa here, because it would almost, and I mean almost, with like 7 games to play, would almost guarantee Forest a
safe relegation,
a spot in Europe. And my understanding is that as a clause on the Morgan Gibbs White, and for those of you watching with Mr. Tom, who the hell is Morgan Gibbs White and why is he worth $45 million?
Now we know.
Well, he's going to be worth $12 million more to the Wolves if Forest makes Europe. So I'm all about it.
So it's all about the
Makes
money.
Europe or makes the Champions League? Is it
No,
anywhere in
no,
Europe?
make Europe. Make
Okay.
Europe. Which
good.
I think is huge. I mean, they could have said Champions League, and it may or may not happen, because I don't think. I think when it all comes down to it, I think Forest is a very good club with a very good manager, lots of talent. I think when it's all said and done, I don't think they finish. I don't think they finish in the top 4.
That was Pepsi Lips. That was Pepsi Lips.
I don't. I really
year?
don't.
This
I
year?
don't.
That's
I
Chris
don't.
right there.
No.
I know
Yeah,
it's
we
crazy, but I don't. Anyone want to comment on Forest and Villa? What they think that scoreline is going to be? What they expect from that game?
I think it's going to be
both of
1-2
them.
Forest. I think it's 1-2 Forest.
I hate
my
both
opinion.
of them.
I think Forest's going to take it. Now I don't know if Wood's healthy or not, but I still think it's going to be.
My! Stop! What is
God
going
bless
on
America.
here?
God bless America on that one.
Yeah, no, I hate both teams. But for me, I can't see both teams running away from each other at all. I think it's going to be a close game. I think, like Chris said, it's probably the match of the week because I think they are evenly matched, and the way Phil is playing right now, and the way Forrest has been playing, it's basically something's going to come to a head. Either they're going to
and Villa's inconsistent though.
Gary. Well, no, but I mean their attack has been much improved right since January.
Up and down, yeah.
Since this, so I think.
So what's your prediction?
I'm thinking it's going to be a draw. I'm going to go with the Desmond 2-2.
Okay.
High scoring if you want to call it that. Because Forrest doesn't really give up many goals, so 2-2 would be a lot for them. Yeah. So I can see that being
Justin Howard 2-1.
I got the Forest goalkeeper, and he keeps it solid. So I say 1-2.
I'm going with a Tim Howard.
I'm going for
what is a Tim Howard?
I'm going for a D's Nets challenge.
What is that? What kind of scoreline is that?
I'll go for a Mo Howard.
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what a Tim Howard is, but it looks like one of those dolls with the really big bright eyes. And
I don't know where you're shopping, Mark. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you do. If I can remember what. If I can remember what he looks like, because his eyes are so big.
I know what you're talking about.
His teeth are so white. Tim Howard, if you're watching, which I know you're not, your teeth are so freaking white. They look blue. Tim
Howard looks on Blackburn.
It's absolutely silly.
That Brad Friedel?
Yeah. Anyway, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Outside of West Ham, what match are you excited about?
Let me look at this because I'm not really excited much there. I guess look at this. Let me look at my schedule here. I think probably the Liverpool match, and I think it's going to be a 2-1 Liverpool there. I think I like Liverpool. No offense, and Chris, don't try to get a big head, but I enjoy watching Liverpool. I like their team. I like how they attack. It's very exciting. Fulham's going to be a good squad to play against, and I think Liverpool will take 2-1. And by the way, at the beginning of the season, I did predict Liverpool to win it all this year.
One of us has to enjoy watching them because I'm usually just in a state the entire day.
Well, Chris, that's what we talked about earlier. When your heart is invested in the team, good, bad, doesn't matter. It's like 2 seconds left. Until it's over, it's not over. So me not invested so much, but liking the quality of the team. I was a big Diaz fan. Nunez has stepped off a little bit because he's probably not starting. But you have so much quality players. Not saying Salah, but you have so many players that even sit on the bench. I liked its squad. That's why I said going to the first of the year, I said, this is the team's going to win it. If anybody, this is the team's going to do it. And so I enjoy watching them. So that would be the match I would enjoy watching. I think they could pull it out 2-1. Could be more, but that's my prediction.
Sense why you want to watch that over watching West Ham and Bournemouth.
He said Gary must have had his earmuffs on again in his clothes.
That's a good match. That's a good match, though. Bournemouth's a good.
He said, besides my team, West Ham, who would I pick, Gary?
Who said that?
You. Mark, the leader of this show.
He's like changing the rules all of a sudden. All right, I get it.
Gary,
no. I'm actually sticking to the rules.
He said, besides my squad,
original weekend watch list. When we talked the weekend watch list, you couldn't pick your own squad. Now, I didn't really post this, or throw this forward with the first three of you, but it naturally came out.
It worked well.
It naturally came out.
True.
And to be
honest,
is is West Ham Bournemouth like really exciting to a lot of people?
Fuck, Mark.
I know it's not for me. And to be honest, also,
oh my god, why
also,
do you get into the
Wolves and Ipswich is not exciting.
Bournemouth's a good watch.
You know,
West Ham's a good team.
I've heard, Forest and Villa. Obviously, the Manchester United match is going to be exciting. But to be honest, like a match that I'm looking forward to, I think Crystal Palace at home versus Brighton.
It's a derby too.
Fun.
Or
Crystal
is
Palace
it a derby
at
or it's a
home.
rivalry? I don't know. Tom would know.
I have no idea what that would be, but this is a match, as far as like the 10 o'clock spot, if I wasn't watching Wolves, I'd be watching.
Good shout. Yeah.
I think this is going to be a fun match to watch. Brighton, who up until recently has been really great form. Crystal Palace, up until recently, is great form. Both have had little hiccups. Both have a lot to play for, given the congestion of the table. These are two kind of like, to be honest, like Crystal Palace at 12th. Remember like 5-7 weeks ago that Crystal Palace was like in danger of being relegated?
They're that's
whoever they are lately a little inconsistent. But who is it? Oliver Glasner. He's got it playing very, very well. He's actually doing better in a half season than Patrick
No, not get
Vieira
relegated,
did
Tom.
in
Just saying
a
inconsistent,
year and a
not
half.
relegated. They won't be relegated at all.
I'm going to watch Roma Juventus this weekend.
Oh, see, I have not.
That's a whole different show altogether, there, Chris.
In 2019, I started getting to the Prem and really liking football, and the Prem really got me there. So I love it now, and it's like for me to go to other areas and watch. I'm getting there. Besides, like the Olympics, when we see the teams play, so I haven't ventured out too much to other leagues besides Prem.
Just got to pick a team and follow them.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great shout. I need to, but need to.
All right, fair enough. We've got just a few minutes left. I'd like to go around the board and just ask everyone what their predictions are for their own club. I'll start with Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom, what is your prediction, your personal prediction, for Leeds against Luton Town at the Kenilworth?
Good show.
Oh my God! Fuck's sake! This fucking football. Fucking hate it.
I'm keeping Tom awake.
This fucking football won't leave me a fucking alone. This never fucking ends. I just want the season to end. I don't care how it ends right now. Just fucking finish it. fucking end the season now. End it. Just. I really do genuinely think Leeds will win tomorrow. I think Leeds are better than Luton. And when people go, oh, of course you think you're better than Luton. Well, the fucking table suggests it. Let's be honest. Fucking Pepsi lips, fucking bullshit, cunt, motherfucker.
That was like pin the lips on the.
That folks is what Dr. Leeds is all about. You got a little teaser for it. Hopefully you don't see it tomorrow on the show, but that's what it looks like.
Oh God!
Absolutely fantastic.
Tom is a poet.
Mr. Tom, two really great shows. We Are Leeds, and also, what's the name of your wrestling show?
It's Mr.
Your
Tom
wrestling show. Wrestling.
I figured I'm talking some wrestling, so why not just call it Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling?
I would absolutely.
I'm really fucking creative. Clearly.
Well, you're certainly creative with your Photoshop and your design of that strangely erotic.
Mr. Tom, Sonny or Sable?
Oh, it's clearly sunny. Because
That's a whole different show altogether.
Even in 1996, Sable looked like a 40-year-old woman. Sable, I'll say it this way, Sable,
of the fabulous
body off
Moolah
Baywatch, face off
You wanna
Crime
talk
Watch.
about
Simple
someone
as
that
that.
was aged.
Simple as that.
Gary over there at Don't Waste the Tweet, who I'm sure we will see tomorrow on his show. Gary, what's your hope for Arsenal tomorrow?
I said it
against
already,
Everton?
but you know what? Since I made that my watch, and I guess I wasn't supposed to say that, but Arsenal should win 2-0. I mean, I kind of
that's my prediction.
I second Chris's match of the week. I do like that Nottingham Forest Villa game. I don't like Forest just because they're new, I guess, and they're infiltrating the top four. And if they are able to stay up, I think that you're going to hear a lot of stuff, especially if they even finish second, because they have a chance to do it as well. So, yeah, I guess I kind of want Villa to win because they're still further back in the table, and then maybe that gives us some space away from Nottingham Forest if we do the business early in the morning tomorrow. So,
Are you afraid of Nottingham Forest?
it's just the noise that comes with it. They
are a very noisy club, Nottingham Forest, for a load of people that have done fuck all for 30 years.
Yeah, well, they have their 2 Champions Leagues, which supposedly that carries a lot of weight and lasts for a very long time, right?
And they're doing well now, so
yeah. Well, I mean, I think they'll find out, like, can they handle the 2 matches a week kind of thing, because that I think that stretches teams. And,
that is going to be huge for them next year.
Stretch them.
Chris, what are your hopes for Liverpool tomorrow?
I mean, my hopes are that we win. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. So that's what I think. I think they're not going to make the last 8 games easy.
Against Fulham?
Huh?
Sorry.
Wow.
Giving
an opening for Arsenal.
See, what's his name? Is Harry Wilson on Fulham? He's
yes.
Not sure.
Liverpool.
Yeah, he is.
He never got to play for Liverpool. He's got a banger of a left foot. I could see him scoring a free kick or something.
Yeah, I mean, will Fulham have 3 poor games in a row? And that's funny. Yes, if they lose to Liverpool, that'd be 3 in a row.
I also do like that Fulham has kind of reestablished Ryan Sessegnon as a player I've always liked too. I think the Spurs didn't know what to do.
Oh, come on! This is not that.
The cough that tells the truth.
What kind of shit is this?
That
is
tells
this
the
kind
truth.
of perverted
Was
channel?
literally
I wanna
about
see
to
this
say.
channel.
I think John should actually make it up to me for the old Pepsi Lips fucking bullshit, and then basically be like, show off my stuff, which he actually thought of doing. To be fair,
show off your stuff. This is not that kind of show.
I'm a very I'm a stuffy person. I'm a stuffy.
Family show.
What fucking family are you talking about, sir? What, the fucking monsters?
Oh damn! He went there, Lawrence.
All right.
He did.
We'll move on to you, Lawrence. What are your hopes for West Ham tomorrow?
I think
or
tomorrow.
This weekend?
I think Potter.
Oh.
Well, I guess we. Hey, there he is again.
Gee, disrespect.
There was a little dark arts there, Mr. Tom. I'm not sure what happened.
John does things that
that was great. I loved it.
I ain't got control of it. What did my dark arts? Even though I totally would not have done that.
I never said it was your dark arts. I said it was a little bit of the dark arts.
That's fair. That's fair.
John, can I have my time? We're going to interrupt me again. What are we doing here?
Shut up and talk, Lawrence.
Oh, Jesus.
You know he's going to get cut off again.
Yeah, come on. Let's go. Wrap it up. Let's go, buddy.
Get on with it.
2-1 West Ham. I think this is the time we're going to do it. I think we're really going to put it together. Potter put a big shout out for the tech. There you go. Fuck you all, you son of a bitches. Besides that, the second match is Liverpool because I like to see them win because I predicted win the whole league. 2-1 Liverpool. So all you guys can suck some ass.
There you go.
Alan. Yeah, he judges my logo, yet he's sitting there talking about sucking ass and all that.
And
you know what? Not that there's anything wrong with it, but maybe there's something wrong with it.
There's really not. There's really
as
not.
we hit the 4-minute mark of stoppage time on the stoop, I myself, my hope is that
I think this is one of the better ones
we
we've had
do
in a
beat
couple
Ipswich.
weeks. I'm sorry to say.
But we're playing at home. Given the result last week, I'm a little nervous.
I'm hoping
a little nervous against playing Ipswich. They have a lot to play for. We've been playing well, but
Agree, Deborah. I
think
Grand Larson.
Ipswich at home. I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be a draw. I think it's gonna be a 1-1 draw. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah.
And that boy D-Lop, he sure is good. It'll be interesting. Anyone else have thoughts on Wolves and Ipswich?
I think your team's playing well, Mark. So I think you could pull out the W. I think you guys have been playing well for the last, besides the break, last couple weeks, 4 weeks. You've done well. So
guys, I got a lot of thoughts.
You got a fart, right?
A lot of thoughts.
What's in Canada?
I checked my hearing. I couldn't hear Mr.
Go to
Tom
bed,
underneath
Tom.
his,
What do you got?
Pepsi.
What's your thought?
Pepsi Lips. What's up?
I'm starting to think that Lawrence should go fuck a rusty nail.
There you go.
Sorry, that was rude of me. I was mistaken. What I actually meant is he should actually go fuck a rusty cactus. Twice.
A terrible movie. I think it's with Adam Sandler. I think it's called Little Nicky. The funniest line in that film is where Harvey Keitel is Hitler. Harvey Keitel is the devil, and he's like, "Hurry up! I have a schedule to shove a pineapple up Hitler's ass."
So you're referring that to me, Mr. Tom.
Myself.
I appreciate that.
When I heard
what
that,
did,
what
did Hitler do to deserve that?
All right.
That's
when we leave.
We gotta leave now.
There we are. There we are. That's
right.
where we are at the end of the show. I'm gonna open the floor for the next 3.5 minutes. If anybody has any closing thoughts,
Mr. Tom,
anyone?
What are your thoughts? Can you
Mark,
tell the people where to go?
Mark, do you regret asking Tom to stay on for
Mr. Tom, Mr. Tom, can you tell the people where to go?
I regret nothing. Absolutely. The only thing I regret is that Lolo's not here to share this with us.
Of course.
But again, he is busy auditioning for the big match, I hope he makes it because
that'd be awesome.
I have no idea. Anyway, folks, I guess maybe we just cut it short. That's our show. I want to thank Tom and Gary and Lawrence and Chris for joining us. A long time we haven't seen Stan the Man in the Chat, Deborah Bremner.
We got some new people back.
Who else do we got in here? We got Ryan G.
Ryan G's a good guy.
There's so many. Deborah the Zebra. I think I've already mentioned her. Rosie and BX Sports. All you folks, you know who you are. Chat. Thank you for joining us. This has been fun, and I can't wait for next week. Mr. Director, if you have a chance, can you just play us out?